morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to my classes. Bless the Lord. Into the book of Matthew chapter 4. Matthew chapter 4. Then was Jesus led up of the Spirit wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterwards hungered. And when the tempter came to him, he said, If thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread. See, that's what the tempter said to Jesus. But he answered and said, It is written, Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city, and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple. And he said unto them, If thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down. For it is written, He shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. And Jesus said unto him, It is written again, Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. Jesus said that unto Satan. Verse 8, Matthew chapter 4, reading from verse 8. Again the devil taketh him up into an exceedingly high mountain, and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and said unto him, All these things I will give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. So the devil is demanding or asking Jesus to worship him, but he will give him things in return. So your worship out there has value. Who do you worship? Because the devil is willing to give things if person worship him. That's why you see so much things are happening in the world, and person say, okay, I'm living it up, because guess what? I'm already on the devil. They're not confessing with them that they're on the side of the devil. Not by what their action, but by what they do or they live, you could see where they are. Are they on the path of righteousness, or are they on the path to darkness? Because temptation will come. Jesus, the Son of God, as it's written here in Matthew chapter 4, Jesus, the Son of God, was tempted. Continue. Matthew chapter 4, verse 8. Again the devil taketh him up into an exceedingly high mountain, and showed him all the kingdom of the world and the glory of them. And he said unto him, All these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Satan telling Jesus this thing. Then Jesus said unto him, Get thee hence, Satan, for it written, Thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve. Then the devil leaveth him. So temptation will come. But listen what happened. The devil leaveth him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him. So for anyone out there that feel like you're undergoing temptation, you feel like you're pressured, it's just for a time. Jesus 4, verse 11, here, explain. Then the devil leaveth the Son of God, which is Jesus, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him. So temptation come, you reject the enemy, you will not obey him, you will not walk in what he wants you to walk in, you will not worship it, you will not live the life that he wants you to live, and after he goes, You can wait. The angels are coming. And if angels are coming, the blessings are coming. The breakthrough is coming. Then, so that's written there in Matthew chapter 4, verse 11. Then the devil leaveth him, and the old angels came and ministered unto him. Going further. Matthew chapter 4, verse 12. Now when Jesus had heard that John was cast into prison, so John was thrown into prison, he departed into Galilee. So John was cast into prison, then Jesus went on, which is upon the sea coast in the borders of Zebulun and Naphtali, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by Isaiah the prophet, saying, the land of Zebulun, and the land of Naphtali, by the way of the sea, beyond Jordan, Galilee of the Gentiles. The people will stop. These people are talking about, those that are in Zebulun, those that are in Naphtali, those that are beyond Jordan, those that are the Gentiles of Galilee. So Matthew chapter 4 verse 16 is telling me about these people. The people, listen what happened to these people, telling me about these people. The people to these people. Matthew chapter 4 verse 16. The people which sat in darkness saw a great light. They sat in darkness and they saw a great light. So Jesus is that great light. So Jesus got tempted by the devil. The enemy left. Angels came ministering to him. And after you heard that John the Baptist was thrown into the prison, guess what? Jesus of Nazareth went to preach the gospel. And he preached it to the land of Zebulun. He preached it to persons that came from the land of Zebulun, Naphtali, Jordan, Galilee of Gentiles. And this is what they said about the persons. This is what was spoken. The people which sat in darkness saw a great light. And to them which sat in the region, the shadow of death, light is spread. Light came to their life. Jesus Christ, the light of the world, to come into your life, come into your heart, wherever you're viewing from. Come on, man. Sir Jesus Christ is a light. Matthew chapter 4, verse 17. From that time, Jesus began to preach and to say, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And Jesus, walking by the sea of Galilee, saw two brethren, Simon, called Peter, and Andrew, his brother. They were casting the net into the sea, for they were fishermen. And he said unto them, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. So they were already caught catching fish. But guess what? Jesus is going to make them fishers of men. So they're not going to only catch fish anymore, but they will all be fishing for people for the gospel, right? Fishers of men, winning souls for God, telling them about the gospel preaching. So while Jesus was doing his work, he was also equipping others to carry on the work. Tell others about Jesus Christ. Matthew chapter 4 verse 19. And he said unto them, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. Who follow Jesus? Going into the question that I'm going through. Yes, Matthew chapter 4. And they straightway left their nets and followed him. And going from thence, he saw two brethren, James the son of Zebedee, he saw other two persons, and John his brother, in a ship with Zebedee their father, mending their nets. And he called them, and they immediately left the ship and their father, and they followed Jesus. And Jesus went about all Galilee, teaching in their synagogues and preaching the gospel of the kingdom. And this is what Jesus did. Matthew chapter 4 verse 23. Jesus preached the gospel of the kingdom of God. He healed all manner of sickness, all manner of diseases among the people. And Matthew chapter 4, verse 24 said, and his fame went out throughout all Syria, and they brought unto him all sick people that were taken with diverse diseases, torments, and those which were possessed with the devil, those which were lunatic, and those that have palsy. He healed all of them. That's what Jesus said. Jesus healed all of them. And they followed him, great multitude of people, from Galilee, from Decapolis, and from Jerusalem, and from Judea, and from beyond Jordan. All these people followed Jesus. Reading from Matthew chapter 4. Just have read Matthew chapter 4. And here comes some questions. Are you ready for the questions from Matthew chapter 4? I'm your host, Pastor Colin Morrison. Just reminding persons, it's Bible school classes. We'll listen about the different chapters. Yes. And there will be questions. And you're asked to answer these questions and send them to me by email. Because after we have finished the 4 Gospels, which is Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, yes, you'll be given your certificate. So you can look out for a certificate for the 4 Gospels. You can look out for a certificate for also the Pentateuch. And also we're going to go into the point of letting persons know about what is hermeneutics. Do you know what is hermeneutics? And why it's important to know what is hermeneutics. Questions now of Matthew chapter 4. Where was Jesus tempted? How long did Jesus fasted? Name one of the temptation. Can you explain to me the temptation that enemy had brought to Jesus? Just tell me, what did the enemy say to Jesus when he tempted him? And the next question. After the devil left Jesus, what happened to Jesus? Can you tell me who was shown into prison in Matthew chapter 4? When Jesus left Nazareth, where did he go? Matthew chapter 4. Go to the book of Matthew chapter 4, find the answers, submit them to me. Next question. What did Jesus say while he was preaching? What was the tagline? What did Jesus say each time he reached to some people? What did he say to them? And next question. Name 2 persons Jesus called first. What? Name the 2 persons, the 2 men that he called first. Yes, to spread the gospel. And now another question. Who is the father of John? Name the father of John. All right. The 10th question. Name the 2 last persons that Jesus called while he preached the gospel. Read the text is taken from Matthew. The lesson today is taken from Matthew chapter 4. And I'm going through the gospel. Read the text is taken from Matthew. The lesson today is taken from Matthew chapter 4. And I'm going through the questions and you can submit them. All right, so I'm going back again from question 1, then I will take you to question 12 again. Where was Jesus when he was tempted? Where was Jesus when the devil came to tempt him? That's question 1. Question 2. How long did Jesus fasted? How many days? How many long did Jesus fasted? How long did his fasting took place? How long? Number 3, third question. Name one of the temptation. You can write it out, the temptation that Satan brought to Jesus. What did Satan say to Jesus while he's tempting him? There are several temptations there, but I need just one. All right? The 4th question now. After the devil had left Jesus, who came unto Jesus Christ? 5th question now. Who was cast into prison in Matthew chapter 4? Where did he go? Number 7 question. What did Jesus say while he was preaching? What did Jesus say to them? What did Jesus say? Name 2 persons. Number 8 question. Name 2 persons Jesus called first. Name the 2 persons that Jesus called first. All right? Name the 2 persons that Jesus called first. The 2 men that he called to be disciples. Name the 2 first person. And the 9th is, name the father of John. Yes, in Matthew chapter 4, there was a disciple that Jesus called. He was there mending his net. He was there, and his father has a name. The name of the father is written there. So name the father of John in Matthew chapter 4. That's the 9th question. The 10th question, name the 2 last persons that Jesus called to be fishers of men in Matthew chapter 4. So in Matthew chapter 4, you'll see the 2 last persons that Jesus called to be fishermen. The 2 last persons, not the 2 first, the 2 last. Name the type of temple that Jesus taught in. Where did Jesus go to teach? And number 12 and the last question. Did a large crowd follow Jesus? Did persons follow Jesus? All right. Submit your answers by email, and yours, Pastor Colin Morrison. Submit your email at goonlyinjesus@gmail.com. All right. Submit your answers. All right. We're going through the 4 Gospels, which are Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. So we are already at Matthew chapter 4. And you're asked to submit your answers to the questions. All right. Submit them by email. Look out for the next videos. The different things will be in them. Some videos carry 2 chapters, some videos carry 1. Yes, but always listen carefully and submit your answers until